Right, this could be one of the most urgent videos that I've ever done. I hope to God this doesn't come out like this guy is saying, alright. It's about to do with the banks, alright. Now, obviously this guy on the email now, he wants to remain anonymous, right, in every regard. So there's going to be a few things omitted from this as I read it out. Please keep my name and details anonymous. It goes into about other security measures that this guy uses. Excuse me, right. Currently, I work in financial services on the IT, tech, cyber side. CBDC is almost ready to go live. Now let that sink in. We've been discussing this on recent live streams, and the government date for this rollout is 2025. So when you get information from guys working inside that saying it's about to go live, I'm only reading this out because I've had other emails saying about a possible bank run where, you know, people just, if you don't know what it is, people panic, they go to their bank and they withdraw all of their money, okay, before it collapses. It happened in Northern Rock, etc. That some of you guys will remember, all of the big queues and all that sort of thing. Yes, bank runs have happened before, and I was told that if there is going to be a bank run, it's going to be on a Friday or over a weekend, all right? So this is scary because someone recently said it could be this weekend coming, hence the severity of this video, okay? So we need to get this information out there. All I can say is do what you feel you need to do after hearing this information, okay? So the CBDC is almost ready to go live. I've been taking out maximum amounts of cash from cash points for months now. Wow, why would he do that if he wasn't, blimey? All 4 high street banks in the town where he lives will all be closing in February. Hoping to get cash out of the post office, but you know, like it won't be before long before them services become unavailable. Okay, so this is just a heads up, right? If any of you guys have got significant amounts of money, especially in one bank, the advice from this guy, he was saying to please tell people on this as soon as you can. People need to start taking their money out as soon as possible. I think he goes on to say later on in the email that if 1% of the population had a run on a bank, the whole banking industry will collapse. So if you really feel strongly about this, you feel you need to take action, now would be a bloody good time to do it, because if you leave it too late, you're going to end up on one of those big long queues, and the chances of you getting any money out at all are very slim, next to impossible, okay? Now this has already been going on in other countries, like we said on a recent Intel video, but to hear this happening here in the UK, yeah, it's a bloody concern, to be honest. It really does scare me, to be frank. So he said, remember the banking crash in 2008 and the government, i.e. taxpayer bailout? Remember Gordon Brown said no bank is too big to fail. Do you remember him saying that? I do. I remember him saying that on the TV back in the day. Well, they changed the rules in the small print so that depositors will bail in failing banks, aka Greece. UK banks will take our savings and our pensions, like we mentioned in a recent Intel video as well. This is all coming around. It's crazy. Anyone nearing retirement should do a pension forecast. He did his last week. The bulk of my pension is guaranteed. Police stroke civilian, local government. The rest is SIPP and ISAs, i.e. stocks and shares, all underwater. I'm considering taking early retirement before it evaporates completely. Giving up on my state pension, it will be means tested very soon as the entire financial system implodes. Don't forget, this is an insider working within the financial cyber industry. Apparently it is saying make a will right now. They just put that in bold lettering, okay? Make a will right now before they change the 7-year rule. You're free of passing on inheritance tax. Remember, our lovely king right now, he got his royal inheritance 100% tax free. The rest of us get clobbered 40%. So that's nearly half of everything goes in tax. Also, watch out for the single elderly local council to do their utmost to label them as vulnerable, as the local government have a statutory role to take care of him, i.e. slap them into care homes and steal their houses. Now that's happened before. Have just joined your mailing list, thanks for your videos, blah blah blah. And yeah, he goes on to say that he can't reiterate enough of how important it is, because if the banks do go crazy over this weekend, the chances of getting money, cash, is going to be very, very difficult. Personally, I got this email, and the first thing I've done is I went straight to the cash point and I withdrew the maximum amount, and I'm going to continue to do that until it's not available. Like we say when we do prepping, okay, why do we buy extra food? Well, at some point you're going to eat it anyway, so you haven't lost anything. So if you do, like myself and this guy, go to cash points and get lots of cash out of your bank account. If things don't materialise and things stabilise, there's nothing stopping you just going back in there and making a deposit, so you haven't lost anything. The other option is if you do nothing and think nothing's going to happen, and if this thing does happen, then you are going to lose a lot of money. Okay? If you want to know more about this, there's a few other stories which I mentioned in an Intel update video, which I'll put a link to that underneath this video, so you can look into other stories of people being denied their own money, accounts being frozen, limits on ATMs. It's happening all over the place, okay? It's not being talked about in the mainstream media, and there's a good reason for that. They don't want to spread fear and panic and start a bank run. So all I'm saying to you, based on the advice from this guy, who was kindly emailed in, get in there before everyone else does. Exactly the same as what we try to do in the prepping community. Keep one head of the game and be prepared. So I hope that information helps. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do with this information whatever you feel you need to, and take care of your loved ones and your family. Please share this video far and wide, and let's hope that nothing bad happens, especially tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and stay funky.